Thank God you've returned. I need your help. For reasons you'll discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out.
Okay.
Yeah, so it occurs to me that I still don't know why colors matter. I was just looking at my notebook and I have the colors written down and I was trying to think about when I use that information and I don't think that I have yet. So, welcome back to Riven, the game where things started happening. It's always weird playing games. I had a very, very, very similar experience with Outer Wilds, where it feels like the first 60% of the game is just moving around and looking at things aimlessly. And then in like the last third of the game, everything starts to come together and everything starts to make sense, and things that you read in some places start to have context and you know why that information is important and how to use it. And it's weird because I always doubt that we're going to hit that point. You know, I get a certain amount of the way into the game and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I feel like we're not doing anything. But we are, we do, and it is, and we are, and things are happening, and I wish I hadn't pressed that button. Cause remember last time I solved this puzzle by learning how to count? It's really loud. Why are you so loud, Wind? And then I hit a button, and then it was like, okay, you're out now. But that's okay, because I remember how to count, and I wrote down the combination. So now let's actually see what this does. Because here's this big dumb book on this pedestal, which is obviously the focal point of what we're supposed to be paying attention to. And I was like, what's this button do? And it just kicked me out. So this time, let's actually... This is gonna be an age, isn't it? It sure is. And it doesn't work. Presumably because it needs power. Why can we not just take books? Like, I've picked up books before. It's not hard. I don't know when exactly you left, but we solved a bunch of stuff yesterday, including how to count to 25. How to open the spinny orb things, how to get into a linking book and get poison darted by some indigenous people. Yeah, what? Honestly, that's like half my problem. Because, like, why do I have this book, but I can't have other books? Also, now that I know how to count, what even is this? And what is the significance of them being connected? Because if they're connected to make one number, then this should be 9. I think we established it's 98. Yes, that's exactly correct. We know numbers, we know books. Or we know numbers, we know colors, but we don't know books. I also know colors, but I don't know why I know colors. I don't know why it's important that I know colors. Also, not lost on me that this whole apparatus looks very much like the thing that I sit in another location. So I guess it was good to hit that button. Well, there's another spinny orb, and I'm pretty sure if I read the note correctly, the same combination that works on this one should work on that one. I think. Yeah, so I never played this as a kid because I am playing it for the first time now. But I have been told of the horror that was each island being on a separate disc and having to switch discs, and that sounds miserable, but that does sound like PC gaming in the 90s, so... Respect for going to the trouble. I can understand why you would want to. I mean, even now playing this game as a 30-something in 2022, I find myself legitimately impressed by the production value. Like, I keep going through this game and I'm like, wow! Really? This? 97, huh? Yeah, it's as much of a pain as it is to, like, travel in this. Like, you can pretty much just go. Oh, yeah, here it is. Well, actually, no, I can't really stop this now, can I? Let's not... Tell her, let's not sit here and pretend that Omicron the Nomad Soul, or anything David Cage has ever made, is indicative of its era. That man has always been his own thing. He does not speak for my 90s experience. Also, how does he keep getting people to work on games with him? Like, how did he sell David Bowie on that idea? How did he get then Ellen, now Elliot Page, to work on Beyond Two Souls? And Willem Dafoe! How is he working with the Star Wars license right now? Why does the man keep getting these opportunities? Like, I also liked Heavy Rain when it came out, and I think Heavy Rain is his best work, but it's also like one of the most flawed pieces of work the more you actually look into it. Is he that Hollywood director where, like, everything he directs bombs, but he just knows enough people and talks a good enough game where, like, they just kind of overlook it. Like everything M. Night Shyamalan has made since The Sixth Sense. And you just kind of look at it and you're like, why are people still giving him money to make these movies? Like, is he just financing them himself? What is happening? I think we want to go in here. I'm trying to remember where the other spinny thing is. I'm not just walking in random directions here. Is this where I want to go? I mean, Uwe Boll is like, he's definitely one of the biggest examples, but also he eventually stopped. Like, he made a few movies and they did bad, and then they stopped letting him make movies, and then he beat up some movie critics in a celebrity boxing match. And that's the last thing I heard from him. David Cage has been at this for 20-some years, and he still just gets to do what he wants. Hey, I found it. Cool, it still works. Yes, Fox, well, it depends on how much of the end of the stream you missed. Because we know how to get into these, so that's probably progress. Don't entirely know what to do once I'm in them. Have I been able to use these books yet? No. In fact, I've only just now noticed that this one is also non-functional. But I have some ideas on how it might actually work. I just really wish I could take the books with me. But at the same time, it's good that I can't. Because, like, that means I'm not supposed to take them with me? So I can just not think about that being a thing. Alright then. Wonder if it's time to revisit the spinny room. I am for the life of me trying to remember the name of the person who plays Connor. Because I know who you're talking about. I can see his face. He ended up starting a Twitch channel, actually. And doing a whole bunch of social media stuff. And he does it with his wife, who played one of the sex bots in Become Human. That's what I just said! Like, he does this bomb of a game with David Bowie, and then does this nonsense that is Fahrenheit / Indigo Prophecy, and then he makes Heavy Rain, which is actually alright, but then he makes Beyond Two Souls and Detroit, which are both schlock. And now he has Star Wars. And, like, in the midst of all this, he's dealing with, like, he's dealing with a sexual harassment case and abuse of his workers in a court case where he ran out of the courtroom crying, saying, "You're ruining my business." And there's no call button here. So I guess we'll just go back up. Oh, hey, yeah, would you like to see... Would we all like to see a chip? I've actually been sitting on these for a few days because Jesse brought them back, and you can try them too. Kate, you are not trying them. So, what we have here is Tato Fizzy Cola potato chips. They're flavored like Haribo cola bottles. Apparently. Don't know how that's gonna work out. But okay. Oh, they have a hashtag to publish your reaction to. We're gonna have to clip this and post it to Tato Fizzy Face. I don't know if the chips are fizzy. Oh, that smells wild. 'Cause it smells like potato chips and Haribo Cola. No, you gotta come over here. No, you don't. You're cute. That is so weird. Cheers.
Oh my god, I love it. That's so good. Why does that work? I think at the base, the chip is just really good.
Can we import these?
I don't know. It's so good, right?
It, like... I don't know how to describe. It tastes exactly like what it's billed to be. I think you could probably get a similar flavor experience. The texture would obviously be different, but if you just grabbed a Haribo Fizzy Cola and a plain potato chip and just popped them both in your mouth at the same time, I think it would just taste like this. But it actually works really well together.
You know that's what happened.
It smells so bizarre.
That's exactly what happened. Some drunk asshole was like, I'm gonna have some snacks. And they have a chip and a Haribo at the same time. And they're like, wait, this is amazing.
If they were drunk enough to try Haribo with potato chips, they wouldn't have remembered it the next morning. Yo, that's delicious. I'm gonna sit here and eat this whole bag. I mean, I'm not, because I'm streaming, so you can take them, but like... Like, if there were a couple left when I was done streaming, I wouldn't complain.
Again, lost in all of this, the chip is actually good.
The chip is really good.
It's a good quality chip.
It's got a good texture, it's got a nice crisp without being too hard.
And the potato flavor is good.
It's not as sweet as you would think. Because it's like, it is sweet. But it's almost got like a...
She didn't like it.
Okay, no, I know what this tastes like. If you can imagine the feeling of eating a salt and vinegar chip, but it's a little bit sweet. That's basically what this experience is. Don't leave them there. Don't leave them there. I'm gonna end up hitting them again. God damn it. I'm not even hungry. Yeah. I can definitely recommend those if you're, you know, if you happen to be in Europe. Moving on. They don't have like this sour kick of a salt and vinegar, but it's kind of the same in that it has that kind of coating. Yes, hi, sorry about the potato chip break. That's something I've been wanting to do all week. I literally ate all of the other souvenirs that she brought back. And she was like, you should do this one on stream. And I was like, you're right, I should. And so I've waited like 3 days to eat them. So anyway, welcome to, I don't know where I'm going, so I'm just going to run past things that are important several times. I will say, as someone who currently has 13 hours and no history with Riven, I also like Riven. And I think that if you're okay with a point and click style interface like this, it holds up surprisingly well. I mean, considering that, like, I can tell from the artifacting and everything that I'm looking at, like, FMVs from 25 years ago, I think the game still looks great. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. And part of that is, like, you know, you do the whole, like, it's impressive for its time or for its era. But a lot of it is just impressive in a timeless way. Like, not even for its era, just in general, it's impressive. It is a spooky chair, and I'm not a big fan. But I do know that this looks kind of like the thing that the books are in, so I feel like it might be important. But it's part of the reason I wanted to pick up the books and bring them with me, because I thought that maybe, like, I thought that maybe having a book and then starting this machine up might actually make the book work. That book worked before. If you're just joining, don't worry, I've already read all of this. I'm just not reading it all again. Hey, Louie. Welcome in, thank you for lurking. I mean, yeah, for an FMV game, like, I don't know that I have still seen an FMV game that looks better than this. Not just from a graphical standpoint, like that's obviously part of it, but I mean, I talk about this a lot. There's graphics, and then there is like the full realization of a well thought out art style. And this is definitely doing both. But part of the reason I think the graphics still hold up is that there is clearly artistic intention behind this. Like this world, this environment still evokes a sense of mystery and wonder. Like you still look around and it's the creativity and everything. Just, you can't help but look around and just wonder what the hell any of it is and what's going on. Like, everything about it invokes curiosity. I'm even kind of invested in the story and lore of this world, despite not having played the first game and generally being averse to stories that are told primarily through giant blocks of text. Of which this game is guilty of both. Oh yeah, this was a thing. I have an image of this. Yeah, this one. I mean, basically this. I have it cropped for a different thing, but it's the same diagram. It's in a different formation. Let me read the whole thing. Work on the central power source got off to a bit of a bad start. Pace has picked up considerably since then. I anticipate no further delays. I'm looking forward to finally having a civilized mode of transportation. So, I'm gonna assume... Hello, Enzon. Roll me back. What were we talking about that I'm an outlier on? Because I'm missing context for that comment. Even though I realize it's probably something that I said. So I'm assuming that solving this puzzle, such as it is what will turn on the power source. Once I turn on the power source, then the domes with the books in them will actually work, and I can go into those books. Which presumably is good. What I can't reconcile It's how we would go about spinning it. So we have what looks like a sort of entry and exit point. Right? Like, if we consider it to start here, it goes through this one, it goes through this one, it goes through this one, maybe stems up there. I don't really know what that means. I don't know what this inner yellow ring means. But I do think it's significant that it breaks at the single. Which makes me think maybe this denotes an order. I've been to the place where this puzzle is actually enacted. I haven't been up here to the middle, but I'm not real sure how to get there. I've only walked around the outside. But I've been out all these doors and where they lead to. And I've been to the place where I can actually interact with the thing that looks like this. It does the whole water bubbling thing, and it does a cool effect that looks like a thing that you'd buy at a theme park gift shop. For about $17. What's bothering me is that the screen grab that I have of this has all of these... They're not rotated. They're not rotated at all. They're in completely different positions. Okay, that one is down one. That one is over one. That one is... No, it is rotated. It's rotated like 1 pip clockwise. So like in the screen grab, this one is here. This one is here. This one is here. Well, it depends on which one is the origin. It's from this, it's counterclockwise. Looking at the diagram that I have to here, it's clockwise. Which sort of raises an important question. Which one do we want it to be, actually? And also, I've interacted with a thing like this, but I don't know how... that interaction did not involve a rotation? I'm gonna draw on this in paint. Yeah, that should do. Okay. Just a little reminder of which way it goes. Alright, well... then... let me... try to find my way back to... the place where I actually do something with that. Is that the same one? Yeah, it is, right? There's not, like, more than one of those panels, right? No, that's the same one. Alright, this is going to be some, I can't see any reason to put that bridge back down, so I'm not going to. There's going to be a good deal of aimless movement here. On account of the fact that I was at that place a long time ago and don't remember how I got there or how to get back. But I do remember that I took one of the roller coaster cars to get there. And I feel like it was from this general area. Could be wrong about that. That brings me back to the rotating dome thing place. This is also that, but a different room. And that's where I was. Okay. So I guess maybe not from here. I don't know. Let's just go back. I've gone back and forth, wondering if I need to backtrack all the way several times. And let's just actually do it. Absolutely got tripped up by the behind the door passageway. In fact, that's the one thing in the playthrough so far that I've had to get a like fairly significant hint to get past. Like, no one told me exactly where it was, but I did have to ask about I did have to ask about, like, what port... Someone said it was a pixel hunt. So I knew there was something to look for over there, and I had to get people to give me, like, a general area to look. But yeah, that was a thing. That took me several streams to find after actually setting foot in there. I was really just kind of convinced that something more significant had to happen with the frog. I have since learned that the frog's only function is to make a sound at you and leave. Yeah, in retrospect, I wouldn't have called it that either, but I understand why they did. I might have referred to it as an unintuitively hidden passage. Yeah, that's true too. It is kind of like... It is kind of same game, different name, right? If the... Oh, damn it. Alright, hang on. If the goal of that statement is... go click on things you didn't click on before, then, like, eventually it leads you there. Alright, maybe that works. Did I play Myst recently? In fact, I have played Myst never. The TLDR story on why I'm playing this is that I and my friend Tom and I have a retro game podcast, and one of our listeners specifically asked if we would play this game. Specifically Riven, not Myst. And I was like, sure, let me look into it. And the first thing I looked into is like, oh, it's a sequel to Myst. I've never played Myst. Do I need to play Myst first? It appears that the answer is no, but I do feel like there's a lot that I'm missing from not having played Myst. And also, multiple people have told me, like, it might have been a good idea to start with Myst just because it's shorter and a lot easier. I have been told repeatedly since starting that Riven is, like, by far the most difficult of these games. So, I mean, cool, whatever. We're in there. But I've also heard it's the best. And obviously I don't have the others to compare it to, but I can understand why people are impressed with this. Yeah, there are some callbacks to events and characters and places from the first Myst, but I don't feel like the game is so plot light and puzzle focused that I don't really feel like I'm missing a ton. There's definitely some context I could have gotten, but I still feel pretty good about having this as a first Myst experience. Well, I've never seen it actually turn around in front of me. Duck. That's just a whole animation I haven't seen before. Maybe it was on this one. Quite frankly, I've read mixed reviews of the remakes of Myst. I told her I was gonna keep eating him if she left him here. I know, right? I try to use it in moderation, but it's so good for it. Damn it, this is where I figured this would lead, and I hate that I was right. Still nothing really in here. Yeah, it's weird, right? I think about stuff like that a lot. You have a game like this that is built around its physical limitations. Like, it's an FMV game, and it's not giving you free movement because you are essentially playing a really, really intricate slideshow. So it seems like... It feels like putting that into an engine where you have free movement would make it better. But this is also a very, very specific aesthetic. And when you put it into just a plain, free-roaming 3D adventure, you lose that aesthetic. You lose a lot of what makes it unique and memorable. Skip. It's one of those weird things with video games where, like, upgrades are not always upgrades. Yeah, you're sounding the alarm. Maybe I should take the sub. I haven't taken the sub in a while. I've been up there already, though. I legitimately do not... You know, I haven't bothered you in a while. What if I knock exactly 5 times? They don't care. Alright, see you later. I don't care! I don't know how you got up here. Still no idea what to do with these. Or this. Everything on that screen that isn't, like, lowering the sub is a complete mystery to me. So I think the way back to the sub is to basically go all the way around. Maybe motion sickness warning. I'm not sure if this does it for you, but I have an idea of where I want to go, and I'm going to do it quickly. Get away from me, fight seals. I'm glad I know what that is now. Feels good. Yes! All right. That's not what I wanted to do. Was that? Hold up. Hold up. Was that the spinny orb? Real quick, on the wall. Well, it's not going to be on this one. It's going to be on the other spin. There. Is that what that is? It doesn't really matter because we've solved the problem that pertains to, but... I would be interested to know if that's what that's supposed to be. Guys, I have no clue if this is, like, leading me to anything that I need. I could be completely done with this section of the game and I would not know it. There's an area of the game that I have been to and want to get back to, but I don't remember where it is, one. And two, I don't know that I will actually know what to do when I get there. Like, I have slightly more clues than before, but nothing substantial. I am trying to get back to the marshy area where you go up and there's all the different, like, Tetris block shapes, and you press the Tetris block shapes, and then there's little continents down there, and they all bubble up into... They all bubble up and do the whole water thing. Because I'm not real sure if I can do anything with that, but I've seen another diagram including those shapes, and it gives me some sort of general ideas of what might be intended there. So I kind of just want to try them out. Well, that didn't do a damn bit of nothing. The animation I hadn't seen before? Yeah, the one with the roller coaster cart. I distinctly recall taking a roller coaster cart to get there. I just don't remember where I was when I did that. Quite frankly, I would not be upset if you told me where it is and whether I should be going there. I will accept "don't go there, there's nothing for you right now" as an answer. If you haven't figured this out yet, I still don't really know how these tracks work. But also I keep forgetting that I have to turn around. I keep thinking that this is turn around when it is actually picking your track. I did that like 4 times in the last stream too. I thought I took that tram. Oh, it did not even occur to me that it would go a different direction if I flipped it. Intriguing. Okay. That is very, very good navigational information. Because I would not have thought that to be a... Ah, damn it. I would not have thought that to be a thing. Don't mind me, just skipping animations. Oh, God, I don't want to be... Well, actually, this is fine. I don't need to be here, but I can be here. It's kind of a long way back, but it's fine. I did actually reopen the star platform. I did at one point do that, but then I was like, wait a minute, no, hit that lever again. I don't want to do that. I might need to go up that again. And lo and behold, here we are. I can't believe how good these stupid cola potato chips are. I almost resent them for being delicious. Like, I wanted to hate them. I wanted to hate them, and we could all just dunk on them together and have a great time. But no, they had to be good. I think it's down. Down seems right. There's a note about that, isn't there, Cooper Fox? Isn't there a whole thing about how it's like... God damn it. There's a whole thing about how it's, got like a bacteria or some other substance in it, right? And that's what's causing it to bubble? Wait, hold on. This is where... Okay, yeah, that's where we were. So this is what we're talking about, right? We take this one. We can't go forward. We go here. And then that leads us to this, where, yeah, we've done all that. I don't know if we've done all of that. We've been here. I don't know if I continue going there, if there's another, is there another tram there? Because this one just kind of seems to take me back to where I was. Let's try it. Right, you gotta turn it around to get into it, but then... Okay, so we can just go? Oh, that's the problem. I keep actually traveling in it when I need to just pop out the other side. I thought I tried doing that already. Okay, yes, this is where I want to be. Okay, thank God. Jeez.